Hippos Downtown by Tiffany Coleman McGee. Good morning, boys and girls.
Good morning.
Today we are going to read a book that is written by me. I'm the author of Hippos Downtown. And why do you think the hippos are standing on the outside of the zoo? They're in the zoo? Are they in the zoo or on the outside of the zoo? Outside. Well, let's find out more about why these hippos are on the outside of the zoo. Do hippos belong on the outside of the zoo?
No.
They do not. Hippos Downtown by Tiffany Coleman McGee. Yes. Here's a dedication. It says, "To my beloved children, the next generation," that's you, "and the Jackson Zoological Park, Jackson, Mississippi." All was well at the Turn-'em-Loose Zoo. The children laughed and played. The monkeys swayed from left to right. The elephants bathed in the sun rays. Can everyone see?
Yes.
All of a sudden, there was a big fuss. The sirens rang out loudly. The giraffe stood up. The sun went in, and the sky became a bit cloudy. The zookeepers stood in awe. They did not know what to do. They bolted with the intercom and yelled, "The hippos are on the loose!" The hippos ran past the zoo exit. The children screamed at the stampede. They hopped up on the picnic tables and watched the hippos leave. The hippos went on to West Capitol Street. They had never left the zoo grounds. Have you ever been to the Jackson Zoo?
No. Only the old.
We need a field trip. A man fell on the sidewalk and yelled, "The hippos are going downtown." They sped towards Poindexter Park to feed on some wet grass. The zoo attendants chased them, but the hippos moved too fast. What do you think about the hippos in downtown Jackson? They want to leave the zoo? Let's see what they get into. Why do they have different colors? That's a very great question. And I will answer it at the end. By the time the animal patrol team arrived on the scene, the hippos had caused a big traffic jam. Water flowed from the fire hydrant like a river dam. The drivers yelled and honked their horns. "Hey, take those hippos back where they belong." Meanwhile, the mayor was giving a speech. There were politicians from other towns. The hippos paraded to City Hall and splashed around and around. A news reporter stood nearby. She could not believe her eyes. The cameraman snapped a picture as he was frozen in surprise. The hippos rumbled around the corner. They jumped and clicked their heels because they were finally free. One said with a great big smile, "They'll never catch me." The hippos laughed and giggled. They were stirring up a fuss. "Oh my word," said the old lady on the bench. "The hippos are on the bus." The bus driver waved and flagged his hat and told the hippos to stop. They could not hear the bus driver's voice, but they heard a big loud pop. What do you think the big loud pop is? The tire. Very good. Let's see. You're right. The hippos jumped off the bus. They were having themselves a ball. They joined in with the symphony orchestra at the Thalia Hall. Hippos can play instruments too. Did you know that?
No.
Is that true?
No. Great instrument. The octopus
Is this a fiction or a non-fiction book?
non-fiction.
Say fiction. This is a fiction book. The hippos explored and explored. They loved being downtown. They dashed into the planetarium and looked all around. They painted at the Museum of Art. The curator enjoyed the show. She hung their artwork on the wall and nailed them in a row. The hippos left the museum. They did not have a care. Brother Hippo yelled aloud, "Hey, what's that over there?" The hippos were off into the sunset. They were lined up one after another. Then the tiniest hippo of them all said, "I want to go home to Mother. Dad is sure to miss us all and our friends in the great big swamp. I'm tired and I'm hungry. I only ate one grass clump." "I guess she's right," said Big Brother Hippo. "We must go back to the zoo. But first we have to visit the state fair. I can smell the deep fried pickles. Can you?"
No.
They watched the Ferris wheel until they arrived at the fairgrounds. Much to the hippo's surprise, the zookeepers had come around. They simply trotted up the ramp, sighed, and then sat down. The truck turned left onto High Street, and all of the hippos smiled. They were excited to return home, at least for a little while. That's right. The end. Let's read about the author. Tiffany Coleman McGee is a wife, mother, minister, multi-genre songwriter, and international recording artist, model, actress, motivational speaker, and author who focuses on educating, empowering, and inspiring others to live purpose-driven lives. She is a native and resident of Jackson, Mississippi, and a first-generation graduate of Tougaloo College with a bachelor's degree in psychology and the University of Southern Mississippi with a Master of Library and Information Science degree. Do you know who that is?
Yeah.